Welcome back, Bubby's Fab Shop. I'm Bubby, and we are fixing to load up, run to the junkyard, and grab a set of seats for the shop truck S10. All right, we're gonna go try to get those out of the car, and we also got the plates for the S10. They came in. I ordered them big so I can cut out of what I need. You know, they're like I say, it'll be a lot bigger than a 6x6 because of I cut it up higher just to try to get more oil pan clearance, but it will be fine. And it's just a little bit, like I say, the 6x6 plates that I have are not big enough to go in this space here on the truck. So it's just, I cut it up a little bit higher to where I can have more oil pan clearance between the two. It's not going to affect, it's no bigger than what I normally do. All I had was a 6x6 plate, and I didn't have no more plate to cut from that was bigger than the 6x6. So I ordered those came in. We're fixing to get on the road, head to the junkyard, try to get this stuff knocked out real quick, like get back, get rolling, and yeah, here we go. So it's very bright out here, junkyard, and this is seats in a Chevy Cruze. So I'm gonna try to get these dudes out of here, and they're manual, thank God. So I ain't gotta try to take and hook a battery up to them and move them around to try and get the things out of it. So we're gonna try to get these dudes pulled out of here. But I think they should fit pretty good in the S10. We'll figure it out. Evidently, these seats are idiot proof. I was over here trying to push like hell to get these things out of here, but you take this back bolt out and then you got to lift the whole bottom of it up and then slide it backwards instead of lifting it forwards. So got that one out. Now on to the next one. Should be a lot easier now that I'm not quite as retarded. So let's get these knocked out and we'll be good to go. This thing has all kinds of gidgy gadgets right here, which it lets that down, up, backwards, down. This lets that up, and then you got this other piece to let it forward. Let it forward. Then you can get easily back here to these two bolts. And the reason why I like these Chevy Cruze seats is because they're flat. So you can actually, all you'd have to do is make a spacer, which I'm going to take and drill another hole in the top of that front bracket, and then take and be able to put a spacer up under it, and then, you know, I can level it up inside the S10 however I need to level it up. And these seat belts, we just cut these seat belts off because obviously they're crushing all these cars. And I'm going to try to get this like take this off to where it's probably not even in the way, because it hooks to some kind of thing right here that slides that forward. I guess if you get into a wreck or something, it snatches it, so it ain't so violent on you. But yeah, we're gonna get these two bolts taken out the back, and then I'll get this pulled out of here. So here we go. What I'm doing is, got Dolly over here helping me. This area cleaned up in front of the shop. I moved the thing out of the way right here. I had an old sink that was my grandpa and my grandma's. They gave it to me. They put a new sink in there. It's an old cast iron sink, very heavy. Got it mounted up in there. I got to hook up the water lines, but what we're going to do is I'm going to weld a frame up so I'm able to push this bed around by myself. Dylan come and help me for a bit. I'm going to take some old, I've got that pipe bender and everything. It's 2-inch pipe. I'm going to build a frame that I could sit that bed on top of, and I have some old wheels right here. I got some old wheels that I have a couple other projects and everything, so I'm gonna mount those wheels to the bottom of it. And I have some old square tubing laying around that I'm going to weld up and I'm gonna go ahead and weld them wheels to it so I can get the height, make sure I get the height and everything right on it. And I'm gonna make it to where we can just take and sit the bed, basically take the bed and just sit it right on top of it, and it'll be the same. As long as it's for a mini truck, it should be fine to be for a full-size truck, if I ever got to do a full-size truck the same way. But for the most part, we're going to go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up. I'm going to get these pipes cut once I get the wheels and everything welded on some old square tubing like I was saying that I've got, and I'm going to get that done, and we're going to get rolling on this job. Right there is why I 100% wear safety glasses 100% of the time, which you should have a full face shield. I do have, but I've been millwrighting 21 years at the paper mill, and I can tell you that I've used this Metabo. I've used this Metabo a million times, but I've used a Metabo a ton of times. These have one that will just disintegrate like that there, and it went immortally crazy over here, and it just blowed apart basically. And what you do is you do not 100% try to grab that thing with your hands. I was about to, and I had to think really fast, like, so I put my boot on it and unplugged it. So yes, you got to watch out, because that thing will hurt you. It's like 14,000 RPMs. But as what we have, I've got this side done. I'm cutting this side down just to match the same as this side right here, and I'm gonna weld it right here. And then I've got a piece of the 2-inch pipe that I'm going to weld inside to tie these two pieces together also, just so they can't fold in and out or anything. So we're going to get that done, and I may add 2 more up under it, just so I could slide pipe or whatever else up under this also, or just anything. So yeah, so we may do that, but we're almost there and finna change this blade out and get back to cutting. So we got that on there, got the pipe cut. The reason I kept on measuring 46 and 46 3/4, and it was actually 45 3/4, and I was like, man, this crap ain't gonna fit, man. I don't know what in the world. I don't know. Guess I'm tired. But yeah, got that in there, got the two sides connected, got the bottom welded there, got the wheels welded on it. Fitting to roll it out here, get the bed off the sawhorses, get it put on here so I'm actually able to move it around by myself, and we'll get this done. Austin came with Dylan, and he's gonna help me. All three of us are gonna take that bed and stick it on this homemade bed mover arounder. So yeah, we're gonna get that done, and here we go. We got it on there, and it actually fits pretty good. I want to say I appreciate this guy and this guy right here. I had to ask Austin to make sure that he was okay with being on camera. Didn't want to, you know, scare him away. So fits right there in between these two pieces here and sits there, and it has a tilt to it. And the reason being is whenever you take and go to wash one of these out, I'll actually tilt it back this way some, so all of the stuff will wash out of the back of the truck easily. We're going to take and remove this fuel cell out the back, get this rubber mount out of here, get all the everything cleaned up in the back of the back bed, and we're going to take and this thing has a big bellow on the bottom. It's supposed to be flat. I don't know if you can kind of see it or whatever, but it's bowed out like this, like towards it. So I'm gonna try my best to get that back flat like it needs to be. And so I gotta body work some of that stuff out. You can just kind of see how it's kind of swooped out right there. But yeah, this right here was a big hurdle that I needed to get done, because obviously it's hard to try to move the bed around by myself, and this right here will help me get it done, and I can move it around as I work on it and move it back and forth and either way. And I wanted this area over here cleaned up, because a majority of the time I had all kinds of stuff kind of piled up in the front. I'm sure y'all seen and other stuff, but it's all piled up right here. I hauled and got that stuff done. And I think I showed y'all all that already. And yeah, so we're gonna keep on trucking along on this thing, try to get this stuff knocked out, and we're gonna keep on moving forward. So got to get this area in here cleaned up where I've done all this, get the shop blowed out and everything, and we'll get back rolling. So got a pretty good bit of that stuff done. Got the bed sitting on there perfect now. I had to do a little bit more trimming on the inside of this piece so it would sit level on there, and I got all the boat and all that stuff I had up there in the front. I got it over here on the side. Got the Fox body clip over here. I got all that stuff cleaned up, kind of situated around. A lot better than it all piled up right here in the corner in the way, because normally I could try to pull a car out of here and go through this way. Well, it's all blocked up by a bunch of junk that I've just been up over the time. But for the most part, like I say, we got that done. That's really another big thing off my checklist that I needed to get done, because like I say, I can't move that bed unless I have it on wheels or something like that. It just makes it a lot harder to move around as I need to. And then if I can get it put inside the shop, and I can use these up here to jack the bed up and then sit it on the truck whenever it comes that time. So I'm going to end this one here. Like I say, I wanted to get y'all something out. If y'all would like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Oh yeah, and again, almost finished up, but I forgot. We done it. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to say thank y'all for everybody that's following along, and I really appreciate that a lot. I'm just going to keep on bringing as much content as I can to y'all, and y'all just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. The big 1,000. Hey, we're getting there. It's a slow uphill battle, but baby, we almost got it beat, and we finally hit it. So I really appreciate y'all again, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.